Experience is not what happens to you, it's what you do with what happens to you. Aldous Huxley. The only source of knowledge is experience. Albert Einstein. Life is the art of drawing without an eraser. John W. Gardner. Experience is simply the name we give our mistakes. Oscar Wilde. The purpose of life is to live it, to taste experience to the utmost, to reach out eagerly and without fear for newer and richer experience. Eleanor Roosevelt. Not all those who wander are lost. J.R.R. Tolkien. Wisdom comes from experience. Experience is often a result of lack of wisdom. Terry Pratchett. The most beautiful thing we can experience is the mysterious. It is the source of all true art and science. Albert Einstein. A mind that is stretched by a new experience can never go back to its old dimensions. Oliver Wendell Holmes, Jr. Experience teaches only the teachable. Aldous Huxley. Life is either a daring adventure or nothing at all. Helen Keller. We do not learn from experience, we learn from reflecting on experience. John Dewey. Everything has been figured out, except how to live. Jean-Paul Sartre. The world is a book, and those who do not travel read only one page. St. Augustine. Experience is one thing you can't get for nothing. Oscar Wilde. The only real mistake is the one from which we learn nothing. Henry Ford. Turn your wounds into wisdom. Oprah Winfrey. Experience is the teacher of all things. Julius Caesar. The fabric of existence weaves itself whole. Charles Ives. Life is not a problem to be solved, but a reality to be experienced. Soren Kierkegaard. You cannot create experience. You must undergo it. Albert Camus. The only way to make sense out of change is to plunge into it, move with it, and join the dance. Alan Watts. Be brave. Take risks. Nothing can substitute experience. Paulo Coelho. I am not a product of my circumstances. I am a product of my decisions. Stephen Covey. Experience is the hardest kind of teacher. It gives you the test first and the lesson afterward. Oscar Wilde. Our lives are a sum total of the choices we have made. Wayne Dyer. The greatest teacher, failure is. Yoda, Star Wars. Experience is a good school. But the fees are high. Heinrich Heine. Life's most persistent and urgent question is, what are you doing for others? Martin Luther King Jr. In the end, it's not the years in your life that count. It's the life in your years. Abraham Lincoln. To travel is to live. Hans Christian Andersen. Experience without theory is blind, but theory without experience is mere intellectual play. Immanuel Kant. The only way out of the labyrinth of suffering is to forgive. John Green. Learning from experience is a faculty almost never practiced. Barbara Tuchman. The biggest adventure you can take is to live the life of your dreams. Oprah Winfrey. Mistakes are the portals of discovery. James Joyce. Experience increases our wisdom but doesn't reduce our follies. Josh Billings. The more you know, the more you realize you don't know. Aristotle. Life is about making an impact, not making an income. Kevin Cruz. The only thing that is constant is change. Heraclitus. One thorn of experience is worth a whole wilderness of warning. James Russell Lowell. It's not the years in your life that count. It's the life in your years. Edward J. Stieglitz. An unexamined life is not worth living. Socrates. The price of anything is the amount of life you exchange for it. Henry David Thoreau. Life shrinks or expands in proportion to one's courage. Anais Nin. The only thing we have to fear is fear itself. Franklin D. Roosevelt.